Gang, we meet once again for another Nike Free Run Plus 2 Livestrong video. This is I guess this will be the third of the trilogy, if we want to get kind of nerdy about it. The first one, of course, was the unboxing video in which I received the shoes. The second was a full review, and this is very sadly, the retirement video. I've had them now for over 4 months. I've put on something like 400 miles. And it's about time to get a new pair of shoes, because 300, 400, 500 miles is really when you start to wear through them and they start to lose the support where you need it. So setting these guys aside, going to relegate them to just a walking shoe at this point, but they were an outstanding shoe. They really lived up to every expectation, every desire I had in a running shoe. They were awesome. I trained for my first 10K in these shoes, and I trained for my first half marathon in these shoes, which was just 2 weeks ago. And it was sort of their curtain call. That was the final run I did in these shoes, was a half marathon. So these things can pound the pavement. These are both short distance shoes and long distance shoes. And a quick side note, I actually beat my half marathon goal. My first half marathon goal was 2 hours, and I came in at 1 hour, 56 minutes, 12 seconds. So I think I can definitely give a little bit of credit to the shoes themselves for helping me along. So what does 400 miles look like on a pair of these? Here we go. This is what everybody's been sort of asking for. How do these things hold up in the long term? I think they held up really well. There's no more or less tread wear than I think any other running shoe I've owned. The vast majority of the wear, of course, coming right in the ball of the foot, the ball and the toe. I wore away it pretty well, so I'm losing traction there, which is really why I have to stop wearing these. They don't have quite the traction that they should, and they're losing some support in that area. But other than that, it wore away really evenly across the shoe. There weren't any holes or rips. The seams stayed intact. Nothing fell apart. It remained just as comfortable from day 1 through day 4. Day 4 months, so day 120. There was one little hole I noticed coming through on the left big toe here, but I think that's probably just my weird feet. I don't think that's going to be consistent across the Free Run Plus line of shoes, considering it didn't happen at all on the right side. So I think that's just me. I wouldn't worry about that happening to anybody else. I decided not to go with another pair of Livestrong Free Run Plus. One reason, because I don't know if you've gone to the Nike website, they changed the color scheme for some reason within the last couple of months. After I received these, the color scheme changed to kind of a gray, like this color gray underneath here, which is cool, but then the trim color is maroon. So it's gray and maroon, and I'm not digging that color scheme. I love the classic black and gold, which is why I got this. And I'm not about to shell out more money to do the Nike custom ID where you can design your own colors. If that's something that interests you, you can certainly do that, but I passed. So I already have my new pair of running shoes. I'll reveal those in another video, what they are, but decided to test something else out. But overall, these, like I said, these were an outstanding shoe. I totally endorse these. These are great for both short and long distance runs. They're going to help build strength and flexibility in your feet and calves. And you can owe that to this amazing waffle design in the sole here. Which actually brings me to one negative point. There was one small minor thing that I noticed during the 4 months I used these, was that because of this flexible design, this has a proclivity to gather stones and rocks right in those grooves there. And it can gather some fairly large rocks or pebbles, and if it doesn't dislodge on its own, you'll feel it. You'll definitely feel it as you're coming down, and you can actually hear it on the pavement. So sometimes the only way to get rid of it is to actually just stop your run and pull it out and keep on trucking. So other than that, I can't think of any negative comments about these shoes. They were awesome. I loved them, and like I said, they helped me train for my first 10K, helped me train for my first half marathon, and made me, I think, a much more efficient runner in the long term. So go out and grab yourself a pair. I think you'll definitely like these. And I appreciate all of the positive comments and feedback I received in the first 2 videos. I'm glad that they've helped you guys with any questions that you might have about these shoes. So hopefully this will answer any questions about long-term usage. And again, if there are still any remaining unanswered questions, feel free to post those or positive comments, and I'll try to reply to those whenever I get an opportunity. Thanks for watching.